Session. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same, or do you need that as a roll call? She needs
We
a roll-
normally do a roll call, do
Okay.
you?
Why don't we just do it for, just for
Okay,
clarity?
Okay. Vaughn,
Yes.
Kurtz,
Yes.
Hayward,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Shar,
Yes.
O'Loughlin.
Yes.
Hannah.
Yes.
okay, motion carried. My next question is, before we go to the last item on here, is, has council had a chance or an opportunity to read the memorandum that was handed out tonight? Or do we need to take a little break so that you can make sure you've read that before we go into the next session?
And I might actually be able to save you some time. The city clerk has not requested that this matter be held in closed session. So it would be my advice, and I ordinarily wouldn't do this in open session, but I would advise you not to hold the closed session or any discussion, whatever, in light of that fact. Since this is the type of discussion that I would advise you only to hold, because it involves a private personnel matter in closed session. And since she has not requested that, I would suggest that you not proceed with this agenda item at all.
So do we have to have a motion to do that since it's on the agenda?
No. I think you could just not take the agenda item up. As long as you give a notice of an agenda item, you can have the agenda item, but if you elect not to pursue the agenda item, you can certainly do that.
It does say possible.
Well, that was possible for a closed session, but that means we're not discussing anything related to Gina's,
Right. That would be my advice.
and that doesn't need to have motion.
If
doesn't need
you want to, as a matter of procedural comfort, you could certainly make that, someone could make that motion. You could just move that we not discuss the item tonight.
I move that we move to the council committee
To reports.
comments.
So, seconded.
Okay, so we have a motion to go to reports and not do the last item on our agenda. Motion by Kurt, second by O'Loughlin. Does that need roll call? Can that be amended?
I think that can just be.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. Okay, we're on to reports. Are there any committee reports that need to be done tonight? I don't think we've had any that's met in the meantime. Okay. Staff, Dustin, do you have anything?
TJ?
Well, evening. I'd like to inform you guys, as of June 1st, Sergeant Johnson, otherwise known as TJ, completed 40 years of being with the police department, just in Independence, and he's 42 years total in law enforcement. He has decided it is time for him to retire, so I got a letter from him saying that his last day for the city of Independence will be the 29th. So he will be retiring here shortly.
He's on vacation now, right?
Yes, he's on vacation right now.
So June 29th, did you say will be?
29th, yes.
Is he going to be vacation through now until then, or will he?
He has put in for it, but that's something that we have to discuss, so yes.
Okay.
Well, congratulations to Sergeant Johnson. That's awesome.
Thanks for your service.
Yeah, I didn't even-
40 years of law enforcement, especially in one department like that, is usually unheard of. But he has enjoyed his time here, and we appreciate everything he's done for this city. So
Okay.
When's his party?
I haven't figured that one out yet. I asked him today when we could set it up for him, but haven't heard so. But I will let you guys know as soon as I do.
Did I see on Facebook a big plate of donuts?
I believe those were cookies, but yes, he did get a big thing of.
Anything else from your department?
Nope, that'd be it this time.
Okay. Anybody from the fire department have any reports back there?
We have our annual golf tournament this weekend out at Three Elms, 4-person best shot, so and we have a few spots left open if anyone is interested in coming out and trying out. Fundraisers going towards new river rescue equipment. We're gonna try updating our boat. So that's all we have.
Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday.
Saturday.
Yep. We started the tradition kinda on Father's Day weekend and just always kept it the Saturday before Father's Day weekend, just so us firemen can remember when it is, so.
Don't see any other staff members, so we'll go to council reports. Danny, I'll let you start. We'll go around.
Nothing tonight.
Okay, John?
I just want to thank Councilman O'Loughlin and City Manager Roder and Mr. Hill for helping down at the River's Edge when we collected TVs. If my math is right, we had 340 TVs. And countless stereos and other things too, but it was a big day, and the truck was full and the trailer was full. So thanks to the citizens that helped keep our city all cleaned up.
As
Thanks for the help from the council.
Amazed at how heavy the council TVs used to be.
Oh, and Chief Dallenbach was down there, and he had his buddy Josh come down and help us also. They were great help too.
Okay. That it?
That's it.
Mike, do you have anything?
I don't think I have anything.
Okay. Bob?
No, just, again, I think the city cleanup was very successful. We had a lot of shredding we did, so the mayor came by and shredded something, so, but she said it was personal, so I believe everything she says.
There was two things in the back seat that were Green Bay Packers stuff, and you didn't even notice them. I was wanting to give them to you, and you shut the door, car door, so they're still in my car.
But that's all I had to say.
Carl?
I know it's not here quite yet, but I brought it up last year, and you did a great job, Al, or whoever's responsible. Got those picnic tables out. People come down from Waterloo, were very happy. Other people were happy. The chief was even over there, sitting down talking to some people. Nice to have those picnic tables out. More money for the committee. People can enjoy their meal. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Mike?
Saturday, in addition to all the cleanup over at River's Edge, we had a fundraiser for the Wild Thunder Animal Rescue, which went very well. And also a shout out to Jared Donnelly at Precision Plumbing for fixing their cooling system when it was about 106 degrees in there. That's all I have.
Okay.
For the citywide cleanup, Susie and I did the tires, and we brought in, I think, about 1,056 or 8, something like that. We were busy before our 8 o'clock started, and we kept busy. We ran till 12, but we kept busy just up till 11, then it kind of died down. But I think we took in more tires this year than we did last year, 4 trailer fulls. And another thing, I'd like to thank Blake for attempting to bring the drones out to find Vinny. But Vinny was found just before they left the fire department. So but their offer was there, and it was great. Thanks. That's it.
Gina, do you have anything?
Tomorrow Jennifer will be starting in our office.
Is that it?
Yep.
Al?
On the TVs, just so the public is aware, we did fill both the trailer and the truck. We had one TV we had to turn away at the very end because truly there was no room for it. I mean, we were completely full. So I'm sure we'll do it again next year. I think your count is just a little bit high, John, because we had our startup cash in there. So it'll be close, but there's, we'll figure that out for you soon. Tires, I know we exceeded anything that we've ever done in tires. But again, I'll get those exact numbers for you. But thank you to everybody for helping out. I know the public appreciated it, and several times we heard that being echoed. So we did get, I think in front of you, you've got the Iowa League of Cities Annual Conference brochure inside your League of Cities Cityscape magazine. So you know what the agenda is. We also have coming up on tomorrow morning is our First Street East progress meeting at 10 o'clock here at City Hall. We have the groundbreaking for Rydell at 1 o'clock on Wednesday, and if anybody can be there, I'd encourage you to be there. It's out at the parking lot at Casey's South.
Wednesday at what time?
Wednesday at 1 o'clock. I'm sure it'll be not a long time, but it would be nice to thank them for their patience and wish them well on their endeavor, so.
Can we still do that, not owning the?
This is Rydell's groundbreaking, and it's not ours. There is nothing that precludes them from building their site. They have access,
And they've already started.
so.
Yeah, it's good.
Is he having soda and hamburgers?
Cookies.
Well, this is Rydell, so I don't think so. Maybe Casey's will have pizza when they have their grand opening.
You are optimistic.
Yes, I am.
Kramer.
But anyway, pay attention to that this week. And next week on Wednesday, we have the Highway 150 Coalition meeting here in town. And this is the coalition that's working on Highway 150 from Interstate 380 all the way to the Minnesota border. And they're rotating that meeting. It is here in town next week on Wednesday at 10:30.
Could you give us a preliminary, are they actually gonna close 150 all the way up to this bank line?
Thank you for helping me remember. Deb had asked me to comment on that. The Highway 150 South project is not the city's project. No, they are not closing it the whole stretch. DOT is doing a safety project. They're paving the shoulders from Highway 20 up to the campground, basically, up to 8th Street Southeast. So they're paving the shoulders, and they're going to do an overlay of the entire surface minus the bridge. They will have flaggers on each end, so it will not be closed. It will be reduced to one lane of traffic at a time while they work on it, but they are not closing it.
So we'll be able to get across the river without a helicopter.
You can get across without a helicopter or a large detour.
Just take more time.
It might be quicker to go around,
I
but
was thinking of buying a pontoon and charging.
Now, in 2023, do we start on the south end here,
north end.
north end?
DOT has requested that, we're breaking it into two phases. They've requested that we start on the north end. They have another drainage project that they're working on. That bid will be let in November down there by the river, so they've got enough going on. They've asked us to start on the north end, which is fine.
Well, the second phase then, if that's south, will they tear up all that? They tear up the,
Our project right now officially is from First Street down to the campground. I mean, that's the territory that the city maintains of Highway 150. So that is the only thing that we can officially discuss right now. We have talked with them extensively about options for that area that they're paving, doing the overlay on this year, which would include curb and gutter, storm sewer, a turning lane the whole length. I mean, all things that we're discussing, but we don't have that finalized yet. So I think it's a common goal. They're aware of it. They said that they would work with us on that as we get into that portion of the project. But right now, it's just from the campground to First Street, when we get to that one.
One thing, the four-way stop,
The four-way stop is temporary. The board, they have to replace the entire box, not just the control panel, the board that's in there. It is not compatible with other intersections, and so they've ordered it. It's supposed to be here and installed on Wednesday, weather permitting. If they cannot do it on Wednesday, they said they were putting it on Thursday. The Fifth Street intersection is supposed to be open this week. The only thing we're waiting on right now is the contractor, the subcontractor to paint the crosswalks and the center line on the north leg of the intersection. But paint is what we're waiting for there, and they want to not open it up until they get the paint down so that they don't have to open it and then close it again.
Did they make the decision on Malone Creek Bridge? Are they gonna close that the 17th?
They're closing Malone Creek Bridge on Monday, a week from today, and that will start the demolition. They are hoping that they can get the beams in earlier. There was a delay because of the flooding and the backlog of orders. So they're still hoping that they can get it in earlier and keep it on track, but it will be closed starting Monday morning.
And is that, when that closes, does that detour all the semis around the city?
The detours will be, detour includes truck traffic going north on Nathan Bethel and around to Highway 150, local traffic only on First Street, and that starts Monday.
Okay.
And that will be really for the rest of the summer.
Anything else?
That's all I got.
There was,
Do you have anything?
I will just say that in keeping with the league's practice, we were invited to speak at the league meeting, so we will be speaking there. Holly and I are speaking on code enforcement. Seems to be their favorite topic these days. So since we're so close this year, you should all go. It's a fantastic event every dang year, so.
Yep.
there was a question, was there a time performance bond with the contractors on completing the project for the First Street? As far as penalties if they don't complete it on time?
DOT let this contract, so they would have put that in place. Yes, there is. They are not as nice as we are. Their penalty is $2,000 a day for every day past their completion date, based on, of course, the number of working days that they're allowed. If it's raining or they can't work, that day doesn't count. So that completion date moves a little bit depending on how many days it rains or how many days that they're out of work. But it is $2,000 a day for failure to complete on time.
Well, they've done a great job, and they've been working in the rain and on Saturdays. I
Yeah.
think it's really commendable that they've been doing as well as they have. But I have had people ask, so I thought I'd bring it up.
They have,
Thank you.
they actually have 2 full crews working on the west end of the project right now, getting the water service lines in. They're down to the last 8. 4 of them were being worked on today. So they have 4 more to go to get the service lines in. They've got a little bit of storm sewer left to lay, and then they're working on subgrade. And when they get done with that, they'll start moving down here to Section A of their process, or however they identify that. They will not probably start here on the 2 blocks in front of City Hall until the end of July. Could be even the first week of August, depending on, and we'll find out more tomorrow morning at the progress meeting, but
What time is that tomorrow, Al, did you say?
at 10. And everybody's welcome. I mean, come in, they have a good discussion about what's working, what isn't, what are their thoughts on timelines and what have you, so you're all welcome to participate. But he did say this morning when I talked to him that he thought this might wait just a little bit longer to start because of some of the other things going on further down and getting the water lines in and what have you, so. The water line, the water main and the service lines are really the slowest part of the whole project for them.
Okay, that it?
When it's done.
I don't have anything else, other than I want to thank everybody for helping with Amnesty Day, and it went successfully, and my garage looks so much nicer. So I appreciate it. I will ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion by Scharf, second by Denny. You not talk?
No, I got Bob trained now, he points.
Oh, I'm gonna start giving him credit for seconding it then.
As long as we get out of here.
All in favor?
All those in
Aye.
favor say aye. Motion adjourned.